So you want to build a rental portfolio and you want to work with the Section 8 program. Let me explain to you how that works. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find a Section 8 tenant. So you're going to post your property on Facebook Marketplace and make sure to put in the description that you do work with Section 8 tenants. You're also going to want to post your property on affordablehousing.com. Now, depending on how fast you want the property to move, you might want to consider even waiving the deposit. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but Section 8 does pay more than the median rent most of the time, at least for Class C properties, which is typically what you're going to be working with when you're putting a house on the Section 8 market. And also the turnover rate for Section 8 housing is much, much lower. So it's often worth waiving the deposit just so you can get a tenant in there fast and start collecting rent right away. Now, after you find a tenant, you're going to get them to bring you a copy of their request for tenancy form. You're going to fill that form out. They're going to have to sign it. You're going to have to sign it. You're going to have to fill out a W-9, some direct deposit information, and you're going to have to get a copy of your recorded warranty deed, and you're going to take all of that to whichever housing authority they have their voucher with. Depending on where you're at, there might be multiple housing authorities, so make sure that you go to the right one. Now, after you turn in the request for tenancy form and all that other information, you're going to be waiting for an inspector to get assigned. So if you don't hear back from the housing authority within a week or so, go ahead and reach back out to them and ask who the inspector is that's assigned to your particular case. After you get their number, you can schedule the inspection, and when that inspection actually happens, you're going to want to make sure that if nothing else, your contractor is there, because in a lot of cases, there's just a few small things that need to be fixed. And if the contractor is there, it can get done right then and there, or at the very least, oftentimes the inspector will give you their email address. The contractor can make the fixes that same day, take pictures, send them over to the inspector, and you guys can still get the unit passed that same day. Now, the date that the unit passes, the inspector is going to tell you how much you can actually charge in rent for this particular property. Assuming you accept that rental amount, the tenant can move in that day, have them sign a lease, send the lease over to the housing authority. Let's just say you passed your inspection on January 17th. At the beginning of February, Section 8 is going to send you all of February's rent, or at least the Section 8 portion, whatever Section 8 is covering of February's rent, and then they will send you prorated rent for January as well. And from there on out, it's a pretty easy process. There's usually an inspection once every year. Some housing authorities will do once every 6 months. Most of them are going to be once every year. And as long as you're not a slumlord, Section 8 turns out to be a great program. So listen, if you have any questions about the Section 8 program or about building a portfolio or anything else real estate related, feel free to reach out to me, Jesse@dominatethedeal.com. That's Jesse@dominatethedeal.com. I'll see you guys in the next video.